All right, what is going on, guys? It is Dexter, and today Hot Toys has announced, well, not announced, but has teased a brand new figure. Um, I won't lie, I'm very surprised this morning, but that's what Hot Toys tends to do. They tend to surprise. Um, so here we have obviously Wednesday, Jenna Ortega's Wednesday from the Netflix Wednesday show. Definitely surprising for sure. I wasn't expecting this. I don't think anybody was really expecting this. Um, I can tell you right now, I personally probably won't be getting this. I've never even seen the Wednesday show. Never did I think that Hot Toys would be ever be making a Jenna Ortega figure. That's just crazy. um, but we get a good look just from this image alone. They are clearly cut the head sculpt in half. Um, but just from the bottom half alone, looks just like Jenna Ortega. Um, there's not like, I mean, you can't really go off of too much from this, but you can kind of go off of, you can at least admit that the tailoring actually looks pretty decent. Hot Toys has been getting a lot of flack lately because of their tailoring, and I can definitely agree, especially after you own like, and not to like jump on, not to talk about Inart in this conversation, but Inart just has incredible tailoring, and I'm not saying they're perfect like by any means, um, but Inart's tailoring is like objectively is definitely much better for sure. Um, but the tailoring here looks pretty decent, at least from this image alone. Um, the hands actually look pretty well sculpted. Well, like they looked very realistic. So that's pretty cool. Um, you see, she has an umbrella. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, okay, I see it. Yep. I was wondering if that was just like part of the like background image or what, but yeah, you see the umbrella, so that's pretty cool. I wonder how that'll be, if it's like sculpted or if it's whatever. So that'll be interesting. Like I said, I have not seen the show, so I don't know what other accessories she'll come with. That will be pretty cool. Like if you're into, I'm not saying she's like horror related, but like that kind of like that realm of things. Like you could have, your Pennywise, your Beetlejuice, your Wednesday. I think that'll be really cool. I don't know if I'm missing any. I probably am. Um, but yeah, and I think another a big thing is you can see that it looks to be artisan. It looks to be rooted hair, very similar to the Harley Quinn. They had very similar, the hair with the braids. At least I'm pretty sure that's artisan. If it's not artisan, that's incredible. That's really well done. But I'm pretty sure it is because I mean, it looks like she's like even like slightly holding her hair a little bit. Um, and I mean, you see the strands. There's no way that's sculpted. But either way, I'm gonna just go off on a limb and say it is artisan. Looks incredible. Looks great. I'm very interested to see how that all plays out. Um, my hopes for this is that they offer a sculpted option because I think that Hot Toys is severely like losing out on a lot of money if they do that, like if you do artisan, you're pretty much guaranteed to sell. Like I think every artisan they've done has sold at least within a day, right? Even for like figures that people aren't really too passionate about, right? They still will sell because that exclusivity people crave. And I'm one of those myself. I've definitely chimed into a couple artisans that I really didn't need. I even canceled a couple because I fell into the FOMO. Um, with that being said, I hope that they do offer a sculpted option. They've been doing that more often. So that's been cool. But you've got a couple, outliers. I think the biggest one being Anakin. That's the freaking biggest one that they didn't offer a sculpted one. um, but yeah, that brings to my attention though that because like of this odd release, I'm wondering if Hot Toys has like a license with. I mean, obviously they have a license with Netflix, but if they have like an agreement with Netflix where they have to put out whatever figures, um, so that's very interesting. I am wondering what that entails because like this is like completely like out of left field. Like at least to me, I definitely didn't expect this. But what else does that, I mean, obviously we've seen, the Squid Game. We only got one figure from that. The Arcane figures, which I think look incredible. I still need to pre-order, but I'm just kind of getting a lot of my stuff in order, my finances and whatnot. So I'm just getting all that in check, and then I'll hopefully be able to grab a Jinx figure. If not, in the future I'll just try to find on the aftermarket. Um, am I forgetting any else they've done? I don't know. Um, but I mean, yeah, that just they're leaning more into other properties, outside of Marvel and Star Wars, which is just their bread and butter. Absolutely. So I'm all for it. I mean, we've seen them tapping into some interesting choices, and I think next year, I think 2026 Hot Toys is going to be a very interesting year for sure. I feel like they're going to tap into different genres and different like areas. So I'm very eager to see that. Maybe I'll make a whole different video on this because I know you. I'm just talking about this teaser right here. So, but yeah, let me know what you all think. Let me know if you all will be copying this or pre-ordering this Wednesday figure. I can probably say I probably won't. Um, so yeah, but let me know if you all will. I'm definitely supportive. It looks great, just from the teaser. Um, let me know if there's any other Wednesday figures that they might do. Like if there's like any like other be realistic. If there's like any like other figures in that show that they might tap into that are like or like have an interesting design or might have some interesting accessories or would pair well with this one, So and I mean, just let me know like any other Netflix figures you'd like to see. So even if it's like Frontman from Squid Game or whoever. So, but yeah, anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in, and yeah, I will catch y'all later.